Now let's do some hands-on on the S3 monitoring. I have connected to my S3 console. So let's see how we can configure different monitoring that I explained in my previous session. So I'll go into my bucket and we'll first see the logging part, okay, and we'll see first the metrics, okay. So if you go to the metrics, so these are some of the default metrics you can see total bucket size, total number of objects, and if you scroll down and click on view additional charts, and yeah, request metrics, okay. So if you do it initially, you will not get all these things. So I have created a request matrix, so I can see request level details, so all requests, get request, delete request, okay. So this is how you can see the request matrix. So when you do it initially, you won't see this. You will be asked to create a filter, so you can go to manage filters and create a new filter, give a filter name, and then select the scope of your metrics. All these things you can select and you can create a filter. Since I have already did it one sample just for this session, the filters are there. I named it as request filter, just any name I given, and if you go to the request metrics, you can actually see the request metrics over here. You can't, now you're not seeing much details over this metrics because this bucket I was not using as such, but you can see one item over here on 7th of August. You can see a number, right, all requests. So I did something on 7th August, I mean couple of days back before from now, so it has recorded that under the all request, and you can see the delete request. I deleted some objects, okay. You can see head request. So you're seeing some pointers, but you're not getting a proper graph because this bucket is just for the learning purpose. But if you have a bucket which is being used frequently, you will definitely see some more insight into it. So this is about the CloudWatch metrics for the your S3 bucket. And if you click here, I think view in metrics, then it will take you to the CloudWatch logs, where you can see the same metrics under the metrics page on the CloudWatch, okay. Yes, so this is about the CloudWatch metrics. Now let's see the other stuff. So one of them is inventory configuration, right? So we talked about S3 inventory. So I created one sample inventory just to showcase how it looks like, but to create a new inventory, so when you create a bucket, this will not be there, you have to create it. So just click create inventory configuration, enter the inventory configuration name. You can give a prefix if you want to apply a prefix for this. Then the versions as well, if you have versions enabled, you can include all versions or current versions only. Then you also have the report details, right? So this will create a inventory report, and that report will go to another S3 bucket. So this is where you can choose that it could be a same account or different account, and the frequency, how frequently you want to report, generate that report, and the format of your report, right? So such things you can select. There are others filters as well, you can select and click create, okay. So I already created one such in configuration for this session, and this is a bucket where the reports are generated. And if I go to this bucket, okay, so you can see that it is having that bucket name, the source bucket name, because I can have this as a target inventory bucket for multiple existing buckets, right? So now it is creating as per the bucket name. Under the bucket name, under the, so test was my inventory name, so under bucket name it created one more folder test, and then under that you can see all the objects. You can, if you go to the data, here you will see the ZZ file, and that is basically a compressed file for your CSV. If you download it and see it, you will get a CSV file that will have list of all the objects which are there in your bucket, okay. So this is about the inventory report, and that's how you can create it. The third one I want to show is the storage lens. So if you go to the storage lens, again I created one storage lens for the recording, but you will not see anything in the beginning. You can go and create storage lens dashboard, click the dashboard. If you want to make it enable it. Let's give some name for now. Scope, if you want to exclude any region or bucket, you can exclude it, or by default you can choose all your regions and buckets, right? Okay, and then there is a free tier that means there will not be any cost for that, and you can also take an advanced tier as well if you want more detailed view of it. You can click next. So export storage lens dashboard data to an S3 bucket daily for analysis with your preferred analysis tool. So you can also export the data, create an export of this data that will go to an S3 bucket, and if you don't do it, okay, you can still view the data on the dashboard. So because if you see previously, right, so free tier it displays 14 days of historical data. So if you're using a free tier, if you want to see any data beyond 14 days, then the export will work for you. Okay, so if you do next, then just review and create. I will not submit it because I already have one, so I will just show you what it is. So I'll discard this one. I'll go to test dashboard, which was just again a sample dashboard I created. Now this is the snapshot for today's date. I can see a total storage, the object count, average object size, active buckets, and number of accounts. So now I'm getting a high level view. Okay, I can see a report of the overall S3 storage here, and then this will help me understand the pattern of my S3, right? So we covered three things, right? Apart from that, we can also enable S3 access logging, which I have not enabled, but we can do it. Let's go to that as well. So if you go to the buckets here, I think this is under properties. Yeah, let's see. Right, so you can also enable the server access logging. Just click edit, you can just enable it. Okay, so and then give the S3 bucket name. Okay, so what is server access logging? If you want to read, you can click here. You get information that this page enable logging for all your requests to your access bucket. So it provides detailed record for the requests that are made to a bucket and can provide insight into errors users are receiving. Okay, so this is like a log for your access on the S3 bucket. So you can also enable it, and you can get the report on the rather the log on the target S3 bucket as well. Fine. So that's it about the hands-on for the S3 monitoring. I hope you got the better view of the S3 monitoring. Thank you.